Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to be chatting about the performances of the Kaizer Chiefs players in the Carling Cup and what Samkelo Zwane playing as a number 10 really means for Kaizer Chiefs. But before we get into that, please like, comment, and subscribe. You know, instead of me beating around the bush, let me jump straight to Samkelo Zwane. I've been looking at what's happening on social media. A lot of you are praising Samkelo. You're like, yo, Nabi can't get this and Samkelo Zwane out. Hey, Nabi, what. Good to this boy. We always knew he was a star. And etc. And I'm going to start by saying this. In this video, I am going to say things that you guys are not going to like, and it's fine. Let's fight if we have to. Number one, I am going to start. This is something I've been commenting on social medias, etc. And I've been saying this. You guys are praising Samkelo Zwane, but let me describe what Samkelo Zwane. Let me give you the best term or statement I can give. Non-serious players are good in non-serious games. Let me repeat this for you. Non-serious players are good in non-serious games. What does that mean? It means that when I knew Samkelo Zwane was going to play in the Carling Cup, I knew he was going to be good in this game. Why? It's a non-serious game. There is no pressure. There is no one who is going to say, hey, he has stars around him. Even if he flops, it won't really impact the team. Non-serious games are for non-serious players. Why do I say things like this? I'm like, guys, let's be honest with ourselves. Which players were really playing to their full potential? Obas was doing Obas things, but he wasn't playing at Obas level. Rile was basically playing around. Mokoni, the right back, was having the time of his life because he doesn't get to play for Pirates, so he was just having fun. You know, a lot of the players were not playing this game at their highest levels. They were just playing at if there's 4 gears and the 4th gear is your best, they were playing at gear 2 and sometimes gear 3, depending on when it was needed. Look at Tito Masangai when he came in. Do you think that Tito that you saw today in the Carling Cup is the Tito you see each and every week for Pirates? He's not. The Tito for Pirates does not take so long on the ball. He releases the ball on time. You know, there's things where he was just showboating. He was having fun. It was like the Phillies game for Tito. He was just doing matanda. So now let's get back to Samkelo Zwane before I drift. Samkelo Zwane had like a 7 to 7.5 performance on this game. But the thing is that there was no pressure. There was nothing, no one was stepping on his head because he did make mistakes in this game. But because it's a non-serious game, and because he was playing with so much talent, you couldn't really see his mistakes in the game. And then, let's get to this point. You guys are now saying, hey, Nabi, yeah, you play him as a 6 and an 8. He's normal. But look at what Rivero does when he plays him as 10. Let me give you some news flash. Do you know, if you are a true Chiefs fan, that we have actually seen Samkelo Zwane play as a number 10 in the Kaizer Chiefs colors? Do you know that? A lot of you are going to say I'm lying. And the truth is that Samkelo Zwane at some point played as a number 10 under Arthur Zwane. Arthur Zwane played him higher up on the field, played him as a 10, and Samkelo Zwane struggled. What does this mean? Does this mean that he can't play 10? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that the games where he was playing under Arthur Zwane, the reason why he flopped in those games is because there was pressure. People were playing with a lot of energy. The opposition was playing to win. And another example, against Amakhosi, where we drew 2-2. Samkelo Zwane came and played one of the best games of his life. And ask yourself a question. Why is it that Samkelo, in the game where Kaizer Chiefs drew 2-2, played a very good game? Because there was no pressure. Amakhosi was sitting at the back. They were trying to keep the 2-0 or 2-1 lead at the time. And Samkelo Zwane was just dishing in J. He was just dishing, spraying passes, playing 1-2s. But because Amakhosi was only putting pressure on Samkelo with one player, which is the striker. And even that time, the striker sometimes would also drop into defense. So it would make a player look good. The very next game after Amakhosi, we played Sundowns. Sundowns put pressure on him. What did he do? Back pass, goal. And that's what I'm talking about. sometimes there's very serious games and players can't deliver. So for me, I don't like this hype of people overhyping a player. Like, people like this thing of overhyping players in South Africa. When the player has not done anything consistently, they'll blame the coach, they'll blame all these things. Samkelo Zwane this year has bottled good chances of playing for Kaizer Chiefs, and he has messed it up. It's not Nabi, it's him. There's simple things. Pass the player in front of you. He has failed to do that. And now I see this Naledi Hlongwane boy. Guys, a lot of you don't even know Naledi Hlongwane. Now you're thinking that he's going to even go ahead of Neo Bushoko. Sometimes these things are crazy. Like, Neo Bushoko is the striker ahead of Naledi Hlongwane. And the thing is that now Neo Bushoko is actually a better striker than Naledi. Now you guys are saying Naledi must play ahead of Neo. Like, what is this world we are living in, where we can promote people, we can hype people so much after one game? I'm not saying the boy had a bad game, but the hype, my problem is the hype. The hype sometimes for these players is bad. But let me rate Naledi. Naledi had a game of 7.5 to 8 performance, especially for his age. The type of goals he scored were actually at the level of a 9. He scored better goals than Ranga Chivavero. I'm sure he has scored in a lot of his goals in his career. Or let's say for Kaizer Chiefs. Actually, I'm lying. Ranga has scored some amazing goals for Chiefs. So let me not be too harsh like that. But Naledi showed good composure, striker composure. He showed this kind of composure we wish Ranga had. What do I mean? Whenever Ranga gets the ball, all he thinks is to blast the keeper. I think that's the only technique that Ranga has in his arsenal, is to blast the keeper. If you watch Naledi Hlongwane, he has power in his shot, but it was just about placement. Everything he did was placement. Like, even the first goal he scored with he's a right-footed player, both goals are with his left foot. The first goal he scored, he did something Dupree has been failing to do for a long time. Hit the far post. I speak about this every week. You guys can watch the previous video. Hit the far post and put a bit of height in that far post, because the keeper is often coming out sliding. If you just chip it kancane, oftentimes chances are, if it's on target, it's a goal. So Naledi had a very like an 8-like performance, just based on his striker finishing, his movement of the ball. He played really well. I'm impressed by him. But at the same time, I don't want to overthink it, because think about who these guys are playing with, and think about who they're going to play with when they get back to Kaizer Chiefs. What do I mean by that? Imagine Naledi is playing. Behind him, he has players like Dupree. He has that Kekana boy who also looks very promising. Obas, I actually wanted to say behind him, he has Obas, he has Kekana, he has Rilem Fukeng. The defense we won't even talk about is solid. It was very solid, almost untouchable, even though it was DDC players. But, he had so much comfort. And the thing is that when he comes to Chiefs, he's going to play with players like Mtetwa and Matt in the middle, who won't be able to supply him with the right kind of balls. So there's that. So his life at Chiefs isn't going to be as easy as the Carling Cup. Carling Cup is stars, Baba. Stars left, right, and center. But when you talk about Kaizer Chiefs, there's a lot to be desired. Imagine playing as a striker and Duba is the winger who has to supply you. Duba can't even supply someone in the box standing by himself. But anyway, let me not be harsh on Duba. He's doing what he can with the opportunity he's been given, even if it's not his strength. So I won't be too harsh on him there. But yeah, the next player of the Kaizer Chiefs player is Aiden McCarthy, or let me say Dupree. Dupree didn't do much, but the thing is that he moved the right way. When I was watching Dupree, I was like, I'm sure Ribeiro is the Jose Rivero is watching Dupree and saying, I wish I had this boy in my team. Because I think Dupree actually plays what Jose Rivero wants. The kind of game Dupree plays, I think, is the kind of game Pirates wants. Because imagine, that is the game Dupree plays is the game Mahopa plays. And that's what Jose Rivero wants. So I think Dupree would actually benefit playing under a coach like Jose. I'm just saying, that is just my 2-minute analysis. 2-minute noodles, but anyway, The next one is Aiden McCarthy. Aiden McCarthy had a 7 out of 10 performance. Very composed. He looked. I won't lie. He looked very good. He looked very, very assured. He looked very composed. You know what? The way he played yesterday, it kind of makes you wonder, Guti, can they achieve like what is happening? Because this boy showed so many good qualities yesterday. He showed good pace. He showed good reading of the game. He showed good covering for his other defenders. He showed good anticipation. So what is lacking for him to get the right coaching to make his debut? And is it wrong to have two left-footed centre backs? You know, we've often had two right-footed centre backs at Chiefs oftentimes. Not therefore, but a lot of the times it was often two right-footed centre backs. But yeah, but that's just me. I'm just asking a question. I'm not saying he's going to do well. I'm just saying it's been a while since we saw Chiefs trust in a youngster in defense, a Kaizer Chiefs youngster. I mean, Damane is now playing at TS Galaxy. Aiden McCarthy hasn't been even promoted. Looks like he's not even, Chiefs don't even have him in his plans. He's promoted, but he's not even near the first team from what we're seeing. So yeah, those are the questions we kind of have there. Other than that, I can't remember another Chiefs player, but let me just touch on one or two players that maybe interested me. That boy, is it Homo Lemo Kekana from Sundowns? I think it's from Sundowns. Sundowns has a player there. Composure. You know, composure is everything. That boy looks like a mix of Bongani Zungu and Tebogo Mokoena. Like, he looks like a mix of that. When I say mix of that, I'm like, Bongani he has a lot of elegance in his game, and Tebogo Mokoena has a lot of grit in his game and a lot of tenacity in his game. And it feels like this boy has both of those attributes in his game. He has a lot of elegance, he has a lot of grit, tenacity, he has vision, he has composure. It just seems like a combination of Zungu and Tebogo Mokoena. So there's that. I won't speak about Rayleigh, wasn't really playing to prove anything. I won't speak about Lodge, wasn't playing to prove anything. I would have liked to see Mfundo Vilagazi, but didn't see him. But yeah, I think that's about it. The second half was really boring. The one thing I will say about this All-Stars game is that sometimes I wish that they play all the All-Stars players. When I say that, I mean, like, I wish that they start the whole second half with the full new string 11. Not this thing of playing like it's a normal soccer match. I just wish if you are selected in the All-Star, you know that you're going to play. So new goalkeeper, not playing China the full 90 minutes. Like, the All-Stars must be an All-Star A, All-Star B. All-Star A will play the first half, All-Star B will play the second half, unless there are injuries here and there and stuff like that. But anyway, that's all I have for today. Amakhosi.